Welcome back to the 2019 World Cup. We are back out on field one for more semi-final action. It is the men's 30s taking place here. South Africa taking on England, and Henry Stratford, the assistant coach of the women's 35s from England, joins me in commentary. Great to have you up here, Henry.
Yeah, great to be up here. Watched this game yesterday. It was a real close game yesterday. Game of two halves almost. The South African team really dominated the first half, and then the English team came back. So a bit of an entertaining one yesterday. Hopefully it's the same.
Yeah, it shapes up to be a beauty here. The winner obviously progressing through to the gold medal match later on this afternoon, but it is South Africa who have first possession. They've also gone for the quick tap there. They got the penalty, but the referee is sending them back to the mark. So they tap the ball again with 6 touches here, the South Africans.
Colin makes a touch. No. It's Colin making the touch, number 17. Protecting his outside. That's Tommy Hall in nice and tight.
Yeah, so looking dangerous early on. Moses there coming off the left foot. That was Osman, my apologies, wearing number 9 for South Africa. Gareth Hayden
good
with
pressing
the ball.
up there. They're 10 metres out now.
So not too many questions being asked so far here for South Africa. They still have touches up their sleeve. They come off the left. They go to the long bomb in the corner.
Great ball. Looks like the guy's injured himself. Ross has been putting it down.
Yeah, so the opening touchdown to South Africa, and nicely finished off in the corner. So Rashik Essop putting that one down, just copped a little knock on the hip as well by the look of it. Might have been some accidental knees, but he's running his way off to the interchange box. At the moment, that was the start that South Africa were looking for.
Yeah, real good start. That really kept them tight. Really sort of got them on the inside and then flew through long. So
nice work from South Africa, but this is the first possession for England with the football, and they come back into the middle of the field. Meissen with the ball. Now they go away.
Another 2-step.
Yeah, they come back out to the right-hand side, and that just goes behind on that occasion. But yeah, that was nice ball movement there from England, and they almost got a touchdown of their own.
So yesterday they ran a lot of sweepers, England. Not that I want to give away the game plan. Deborah would probably kill me if I did, but I imagine they'll vary it up a little bit today. So already on the ML.
Oh, and they've turned it over here, South Africa. So interchange is coming on from the substitution box. Just a little bit disjointed. And they couldn't connect up there, so they've turned the ball over. This is going to be good field position at the end of the set here for England.
Looks like they're just going to drive direct.
Yeah, nice driving into the line. So the first 2 touches gets them right down the other end of the field. Now South Africa, they've got to move forward here off their line. They make the touch. They're stacked on the right-hand side. They look to go short on the inside. And good touch made there. So nice work from England, though, to answer the questions. They went long on their previous set. They go short on that one. It's 5th touch now. Can they create something out of nothing? They just fire that big long bomb out into the corner. And Bustle takes the touch. They turn it back over, and South Africa, they're back on the attack.
Pretty good. Is that second touch or is that first touch? They've done pretty well. Keep them in the corner. That's probably what they want. Don't let them towards their box.
Yeah, foul, just having to come back to the mark on that occasion. And again, for the second touch, so it's a little bit disjointed. Stuart Black having to do the same thing. Black's got the ball back again now, and again, he was shaping to go back on the inside. This isn't a good set here for South Africa. It's the 5th touch now. They go out to their left-hand side and just try to get a little bit of speed on the outside. But yeah, they didn't really get any fluidity throughout that set there, South Africa. And England,
same again.
Yeah, they're looking a little bit similar in terms of their set as they get closer to the sub-box now. Can their interchanges just straighten them up? They're having to come back as well. Wines. This is better. They get the roll ball.
Tommy, he's got some pace.
Play on the call. And they link up nicely. So they did a good job to recover in the end towards the back end of that set. And England, they have got their opening touchdown, and we're back level on the scoreboard. It's 1 touchdown apiece.
You can see I'm very unbiased here, but yeah, Tommy Hall I play with quite a lot, so it's good to see him having a crack. I think he's definitely one. As soon as he gets going, he can really shift. But I've seen some of the South Africans do the same yesterday as well, so it's a good athletic game for over 30s, I think.
Absolutely, yeah. So as you mentioned, you do know a lot of the players quite well in the 30s time. For those watching at home, who are the players that we really need to keep an eye out for in this match from England?
So this is very much their defensive pod they've got on right now. Tommy Hall, who's in the cap, he's a great scooper, but in defence he's pretty good as well. You've got Colin, who's just made the touch there. He's a good quickie player. Oh, it's a nice hole.
Yeah, well, what a response there from South Africa. They're just running that link line. I think the outside defenders, they took the wrong option there in defence. And it was just a perfect little short ball from South Africa. It might have been something that they might have identified when they played each other in that previous match. That's where England like to defend, typically off the line. So that's good coaching from South Africa. Number 2 on the board. It's 2-1.
Yeah, I think it's an interesting one when you play each other twice. Like, how much can you learn from the first time? So that was an interesting thing for us for the women's 35s. We had, nice tray ball. Yeah. Score for score here. That was... who was that? That was Nathan Bork on the score in there.
Yeah, it's just got a feeling about this match, hasn't it? It was only the 1 touchdown in it when they came against each other in the last round match. We're locked up here already. It might be high scoring, but it's definitely going to come down to the last minute, I reckon, for this match.
Yeah. So yeah, with the Wins 35s, we played teams twice because there was only 4 teams in it, and it meant that you were playing teams. Played New Zealand twice, played Australia twice, and it was as much about learning from that first experience. And it's kind of similar here. Touch is very much a chess game, and this is even more a chess game. Once you've played them once, it's like it's the sort of 2 halves again with two games.
Yeah, and it can be difficult at times, but probably not in this sense, given how close the match was the first time that they played. Both teams are obviously going to know that it's going to be another close battle here. But sometimes if the scoreline blows out when you play them, one team can get complacent, but it's definitely not going to be the case in this match.
Just split the wrong way there. The momentum was on, but it was a 33 scoop just the wrong way.
So South Africa now, they're making changes. They're going to head towards that halfway line. That's a nice ball just to get them an extra few metres up the field. But they need to get a little bit more direct here, the South Africans. They do now. They come back out to this right-hand side. They're well covered. They're going to have to go left. Just holding it out in front. It's come off an England player.
Ooh, it's a tight call, that.
Yeah, I didn't actually see any hands get on the football. They're not complaining out there on the field, though, England, so they're just happy to get back onto it. But, yeah, it's going to be 6 more touches here to South Africa.
Good opportunity for South Africa. So have you watched much of the South Africa teams over this tournament? Have they got a particular style?
Yeah, we have seen them a few times out here on field 1 in particular. They just... as we see a pop ball coming on, they're still going here. They're within the 5. They get an early ball here. They're in trouble, but I think they might have floated forward. Yeah, just as I was mentioning, it's just the attacking flair that's really impressed me so far from South Africa and the speed in which they play the game, particularly in the men's. We saw it in the men's open game yesterday as well. They just continually ask questions and shift the ball side to side, and that's really positive touch football to see them play that way. There was a real trend going back a couple of years ago of this static touch football, but it's good to see it's reverting back a little bit more into a running game, which South Africa have been playing throughout the tournament.
Yeah, that's good. I watched a little bit of them against Mixed Open. It was similar. Yeah, lots of running, and even off the static there of the quickies, it's looking out to. Oh, could be on here.
Yeah, cover touch made from Stuart Black. So again, England, they're trying to exploit those edges. They flick back on the inside, but it's 5th touch. So they won the territory battle on that set there, South Africa.
Went slightly early on the B there, the runner. Could have left it a little bit longer.
So they come out to the left-hand side. Again, look at the position they are on the field. They're going to be in real good strike zone here. They're just short of the 5. And has he got on the outside? I think he has. He's looked extremely dangerous. Osman in this opening of the first half here in this semi-final, and just caught the defender snapping on the line there, didn't they, Henry?
Yeah, it looks like it. They look pretty dangerous on the line. So for England, I guess most of it's about the territory. They gave it away just 10 metres into the half, and actually that gives them 1 or 2 touches on the line, and you don't really want that from what we've seen today. They look up for it.
Yeah, spot on. They made them pay in the end.
I think one of the differences, so yesterday there was a few players rested from both sides, and I think maybe one of those chaps was one of them.
And a little bit of a collision here between both players. The referee has decided to give a penalty, and 6 more attacking the South African line. Sweeper coming around the right-hand side, but the delivery of the pass wasn't good, and they turn it over on the second touch. So South Africa definitely have had the better of it in the last 5 minutes or so.
Yeah. For England, I think it's just about staying in the game here.
Oh, look at this run as well. Oh, and it was heavy contact, but he was drifting across the field. So, yeah, losing his footing. I think that was the right call. It wasn't over-vigorous there.
Yeah, we'll say that. Yeah.
Yes, not biased at all.
Obviously, yeah.
But again, there's South Africa. They just pull back out of the 5. They come against the grain and the footwork again. Oh, they've gotten through. Now, there's a little bit of conversation between both sets of players, and again, that's twice in a row now. The last 2 touchdowns, they're touches that should have been made. They're really not going to be happy with their last 2 defensive efforts on their line there. And we can see the England coaching staff having a chat to the players as they come off the field.
The saver just missing that there, and like against these sides, if they can throw it long, you just want to keep it tight so they don't score between 33, 32. You want to force them to throw it, but at the minute they're just scoring through the middle, and it's not exactly what you want.
Yeah, so South Africa, for the first time in the match, they go out to a 2-touchdown buffer. But this might be the response that they were looking for. Just saw the space in front of him, tucked the ball under his arm, and just went himself.
Yeah, it's crazy how if you just go for it, it quite often pays off. There's a lot of like tactics in touch, and people can become a bit sort of stilted and like, is this the right move? Is this the right chess move? But if you just go for it, sometimes it works. It's good, ML.
Yeah, it's been a real focus sort of coming around, a message through the coaches around the world now, this message of eyes up football. Have a look at what's in front of you and then adjust from that point. And that's exactly what they did there. Eyes up football, space in front, dove for the line and get the touchdown.
Yeah.
So South Africa here again. This is the danger man, Osman again. He goes link ball, and wow, he is turning it on for South Africa. He's got all the skills at the moment. He's scoring touchdowns himself, and he sets a beautiful one up there. Nice response again from South Africa. Back out by 2.
Yeah, another good score, and he's set that up again.
Yes.
Yeah, so he's obviously their key player. So he's got 17 touchdowns so far this tournament, and the next highest has got 7. So he must be the key man.
Absolutely. So yeah, plenty of touchdowns in the bank, but getting the touchdown assist on that occasion. So he's got an all-round game. Does Osman. Now England, they look to sweep around the back. They've got South Africa in trouble, but the inside defence scrambles nicely. They go for the quick roll ball and phase. Ooh. They'll get a penalty on that occasion. England will get 6 more touches. I just thought if they, after that phase, if the link ripped that ball out to the winger, they were in trouble out there in the corner, but they get the penalty regardless.
Yeah, I'm surprised as well, because Dan's got that ball, the tool number 4. He's got a huge pass on him.
So they're about 8 metres out from South Africa's try line at the moment.
So they're looking for the same sweep. So Steve Holland, number 8, who's running around here, scored 3 tries yesterday. 3 or 4 from that same position. South Africans just not cornering strong enough yesterday. But the roll ball there, just messing it up, just to set up a bit of execution areas here.
And South Africa back on the attack. And look at how they transition out of their interchange block. There's going to be an over-the-mark penalty, though, so this will relieve the pressure a little bit for England. Over the mark is the call.
Yeah, I have to say, actually, the referees have been great here. We had some games where I think we called over the mark like 10 times, and every time I was like, yep, that's a fair call.
Yeah, that's right.
But it's a real consistent, I've been really impressed by them.
Yeah, I think that's a great call, actually. We've made mention of that through the commentary quite a few times. I think the referees have been fantastic. There hasn't really been any controversial moments. We had one yesterday afternoon in the men's 45s where dummy half almost scored, but they got the correct decision. They took their time. As England, the low sliding dive from a long way out. I think that was Liam Lawton who did that, and they have pipped one back, so they're only down by 1 now, and 5-4 South Africa leading in this men's 30 semi-final.
Yeah, so Liam plays for a club called Chester, and I was chatting to someone the other day, and he's somebody who's really building up the grassroots. His club isn't that big, but he's been building all of it up, so it's great to see him be able to work at elite level as well as on the development and really help other players come through as well. So I'm sure there's a few Chester fans out there cheering him on.
Shout out to those at Chester. Yeah, it's a really good point you make. Particularly with developing countries as well, when the elite players can go back and inspire those grassroots levels to try to create more people playing the sport, it's only going to benefit the sport in the country.
Yeah, for sure. Just execution area there from South Africa.
Oh, he's got play on. The referee's got play on. The head's down. They're getting chased. Can he make it? Oh, he has. Wow. That was just really good listening to the referees. They must have called the player offside, put their head down and headed for the line, and we are locked back up here between England and South Africa.
That's Nathan Bork. He really can shift. I've played against him a few times. I'm like, oh, it'll be easy, and then it'll be like, he goes, and he's a very quick player.
He showed a great turn of speed there. Yeah, my first thought was he was going to get pipped off, but they put it into third gear and stretched away from the chase there from South Africa. So great response from England. They've gone back-to-back touchdowns to level this back up.
So it's 5-5, is it now? Wow, it's a tight one.
So South Africa, they'll be looking to get another one on the board. We're starting to get towards the back end of the first half now. Moses drives in. They get the wrap play here with Ryland. They're really close to the try line.
Yeah, done well there. Just about listening to the referee, make sure they're still walking up and advancing, but not putting pressure on themselves.
Yeah, couldn't get any answers. So, yeah, it was just in that fourth touch there. They were trying to get the England defenders to come up. They were screaming for the penalty. They held strongly their England no penalty, and that just took all the sting out of their attack from that point on.
Some good midfield here from South Africa though. It's third touch. This is Rich King trying to get a bit more momentum on. Can they get a good dump here?
Yeah, got to get down now. They do. Oh, did well to hold on to the football. They come back to the left-hand side. No, he's half.
He's half, yeah.
No, unfortunately, so the ruling is because he actually put the ball down onto the ground, that does actually constitute the touch. I can't believe how many times we've seen people score from dummy half in the grand final yesterday afternoon and semi-final this morning.
That was unbelievable yesterday when I was watching another final and all you could hear was this loud roar and you saw somebody running down. It must have just been the headlights can do quite a bit.
It was unbelievable. Yeah, the men's 45 gold medal match. He actually picked up from half, just about 10 metres short of the halfway, so he ran all the way up the other end of the field. It took so long to get up there, I think everyone forgot that he was actually acting half at the same time, but we picked up on it nice and early on that occasion. The referees did as well. They turned the ball over England.
And it is tough to do sometimes when you're half.
You just see the line in front of you, don't you? And you just go, oh, I'll just put it down.
Yeah.
Touchdown. So South Africa again. Osman, comes off the left foot, goes short again. Well, that was almost like a mirror of when they linked up again. It was the same try scorer on the previous occasion, Diedrichs for South Africa. So they've got a nice little combination on this right-hand side. The England coaching staff need to identify that and address it going into the second half.
Yeah, and I think it happened on the other side as well. It's 3 in the link hole there. That link either, I don't know whether it's been a call to shut in or they just need to address that, whether the wing comes in too and they give them the wing option or actually just staying out if we're just being a bit more competitive.
And touch made there on Meyerson. So South Africa, they are back in front, 6-5. Plenty of touchdowns in this first half. What a match here. Men's 30s, they come against the grain off the left foot, but the defence there in the middle, they had plenty of numbers, South Africa, to shut that one down.
Yeah, I'd look to vary it there. I think they've done the ML, they've kept the defence nice and tight. I'd probably look for the wrap there. I think that was probably on. Probably go to a 2-on-1 after that.
And they'll take the touch to conclude the first half. What a highly entertaining match that was, but it is South Africa. It's a slender lead, just like it was when they came against each other in the round games, but they do have the lead. They lead 6-5. That was a great first half.
Yeah, really good first half. And I think most finals, most semi-finals, when you get to this stage, there is nerves, there is excitement, and it's always going to be tough after first half. I think if you're a coach, that's what you say. You just say, yeah, this is normal. This is where we thought we would be. Now it's about the second half. Now it's about the next 5 minutes. Can we get the first score? And readdressing that focus. I'm sure Devereux and Belly there, you can see them having a chat. They're going to be kind of some schemes of going, okay, we've conditioned the defence. What do we do now? And South Africa are going to be the same, actually. For them, maybe it's just them sticking out their own game plan. Like we've seen them hitting the link hole quite a few times, and it's worked 3 times. So why not continue?
Yeah, we've got plenty more action coming your way for the second half. It's going to be more of the same, just like it was in the first half. But we go into the halftime break with South Africa having the 1 touchdown lead at South Africa 6, England 5. Welcome back out to field one, the second half of the men's 30 semi-final. Not too far away from getting underway, and if the first half is anything to go by, the second half's just going to be on fire, Henry.
Yeah, for sure. Like a lot of the guys that I play with in England, most of them are Aussies, to be honest with you, but they pretend to be English, and it's all about knockout footy. Is what they usually say. So I think this is it.
So the
fire it along.
Yeah, the roll right on the 5 there. Nice touch. So they've started nicely defensively so far, South Africa. They come out to this right-hand side, just out in front of the stretched hands there of Nathan Burke. And it's South Africa coming off their line. They've turned the ball over. Wow, there's pressure here. Diedrichs, who has been that explosive player on the right-hand side in the opening.
It is that first 5 minutes, is that about that control and just putting themselves under a bit of pressure here, which was not necessarily needed.
Yeah, so it could be a big moment. Obviously there's still a lot of time to go in this match, but England, they're scheming here to lock the game back up. They did a really good job. They were down by 2 at one stage in the first half. They responded nicely with 2 touchdowns of their own, and they're looking to get another one here. Yeah, I think that's a fair call. Again, got him on the back coming across field. I think it always makes it look worse than what it actually is.
Yeah, it needs a little bit less force. They just need to be striking sort of 7 or 8 out. Just a little bit, get the line in play.
There you go, link ball this time. Oh, claiming the touch, Diedrichs.
I think he did get him.
There was a bit of finger pointing here between the two. Getting a little bit heated. Rolf didn't look like he was happy with the call, but they play on.
I don't know him so well, but I have seen he's a bit more fiery at that trap. Can he fire it long?
They're in trouble here, open side. Oh, thrown it. Oh, ball down, here's the call.
Number 1 does well, Ryland. It's probably not what you call a traditional sort of touch move, but I think he did the right call there. Got pretty tight. Made sure he still had his link, knew where they were.
Oh, look at this. This is good work coming in. Oh, shoulders as well coming into the touch. They're in trouble here with Osman. The danger man skipping out. Oh, touch is made. Well, they almost turned that on its head. There was nothing happening. There was just one really good run from Stuart Black, and then Osman just gets the ball, puts the ears, and almost gets it in the corner.
Same guy again. He's running counties here. Do well there. I think that's one thing that both teams could do a little bit better at is that line D getting up there. If they can just press a bit more, just give them less time on the line. I think you see the Aussies and Kiwis do that really well, of making sure that people are striking from 12 metres out rather than 6 or 7.
This is nice from England. Good drive in there from Colin Scott, and they get a penalty. So really good work there from Scott. He'll take the tap.
So Steve Holland's their highest scorer with 10, and he scored 3 yesterday. So you're going to probably try and get him up there. Here we go. Here's Steve Holland coming round. That's better. Can I get on the dive? To me, it looked like a good link touch, to be fair.
That was really close. I actually thought it was the other way, but it almost looked like the ball just got stuck in the grass just before he got to the try line as well. So referee was on the spot, makes the call. Yeah, they're well manned out here on the right-hand side. So they send the ball back
early.
on the middle. Oh. And another penalty, so South Africa not moving forward. So another repeat set here for England. They just need to get their attacking shape sorted, England. Again, like you called, the sweep was coming early, so they just lost their timing on the previous play.
So they're going to muddle here. South Africa doing well on D. They know what's coming. Number 8's coming round.
He's hanging right behind the ruck at the moment, but then he comes back to that open side, but they've just got too many numbers in that corner, and they're going to have to realign here, come back right side.
A little bit of miscommunication here. That's going to be link sweeper.
Ooh, again, just having a dive at the line, Holland. Yeah, the short side was on. They roll on the 5. Holland again.
So it looks like they're sending up number 9, so there's Osman up high. So they really want to be sweeping on him. Good D from South Africa.
Yeah, just coming into the 5th touch there, Colin Scott just deciding to kick out. They actually got him right deep into the 5 and the touch was made. They had to come back out, so it just took all of the sting out of their attack there going into the last touch.
Important set for South Africa there. Good to D them up, gives them a bit of confidence.
And this helps them even more, so good set defensively, as Henry said, and now they get the penalty. So at the end of this, if they can get some nice momentum going forward, I think they might go direct through the middle of the field here. They're going to be right down the other end. They turn back on the inside. And Diedrichs, another one of their danger men. He is moving into half now. Goes left, goes right, goes left again. They switch in now. They've recovered and they've held out nicely there. England, play on is the call from the referee. They go short. And strong touch made there on the number 14. That was Streetum.
It's a real tough one as a winger there. Like, if they'd actually fired it to the wing, we'd all be standing here going, why didn't the winger stay out?
Oh, they've given the penalty away. Oh, no! Wow, can you believe it? Oh, South Africa. So it was a penalty given away for a forward pass off the ruck. They went the quick tap. I think England might have been making changes at the same time. They had heaps of numbers on the right-hand side, but the pass was horrible. Well, I hate to say it, probably sounds a bit harsh, but geez, they just needed to find one outside man and they would have rolled over for a touchdown.
Bit of composure. Just would have done them wonders there. You can see what happens there. You're in a semi-final, you get excited. All the try lines there. And yeah, just the pass, not going to hand.
So England, they got to get out of jail card, but they've made their way into the in goal. Oh, the final pass again. Oh yeah, he looks up to the sky. I think if he had his time over again, he would have delivered that one a little bit differently. Oh, yeah. Big chance going begging there.
Same bit, again, it's a bit of composure. Like, you kind of just want to fly it off, but actually should have ran all the way to the corner and just waited for that play. He had a bit of time because the guy wasn't right on his heels.
Yeah,
but it's easy to say from here.
Absolutely, yeah. It's a little knock on from half there from Strauss, so they relieved the pressure, but they relieved the pressure for England, but they put it straight back onto themselves. South Africa, they still lead though. It's 6-5 on the scoreboard.
It's a bit of singing here. I think it's the some good singing yesterday from the Fijians and the Cook Islands. Swing lows now in chorus. It's not quite the same though. Swing low versus some of the Cook Islands, Fijian. I'd love to say it's the same, but there was
It's still good. You got to have something.
Bit of atmosphere.
It is great atmosphere. It's been fantastic to see the amount of support that all of the countries have had. Parents and family and friends coming from all over the world to watch the World Cup here in action in Malaysia.
This is where they need to shift up. I don't know why we're staying.
Yeah, the sub box, you've read it perfectly, Henry. They're trying to get the boys to come forward. There was no reason. They had no players on the field. Osman! Oh, 6 touches. He was looking for an offside player there, still trying to talk to the referee about it. Every time, sorry to cut you off, Henry, every time he has the football in his hands, it's danger signs for England.
But they're kind of bringing it onto themselves there. If they'd made the touch 20 metres out, the next one would have been 10 metres out, but they let them come onto him.
No, and a penalty here to England. Offside is the call. So they have given away a couple of penalties down this end of the field, South Africa. They're just leaving that door slightly ajar. If England can take advantage, they look to go short side. They might have created the numbers. Oh, he holds on to it. Oh, the winger is screaming, give me the ball. Oh, it was a 2-on-1. If he could get it underneath, it was touchdown.
Yeah. It is, again, that pressure of the semi-final. These are basic things that...
Oh, heavy contact. Yeah, just
2-on-1s under pressure, you would not, like, people would be doing that in this league.
It's a really good point, isn't it? Just the pressure of finals football, it does strange things to people sometimes, but also on the flip side, that's when the real strong players, they come to the forefront. I'm sure someone's going to step up in this match so far. It's been Osman for South Africa, but England, they need someone to put their hand up here and take this game. Oh, it might be there. Well, it's Matt Harper. He might be the man for England. He just takes the football, throws the dummy back on the inside, gets down nice and low. And as we called for someone to stand up, it's Harper who does, and we are back locked up here, 6-all.
A lovely dummy there, and even took out the main man, number 9. So, yeah, lovely score.
Well, it's game on here. We haven't seen a drop-off in the live stream games that we've commentated. Oh, I don't want to put the mocker on, but it'd be good to see if it does go to extra time.
It's just a big opportunity considering there's no New Zealand in the men's 30s. Both these teams just know this is a huge opportunity to get to the final. It's pretty even. Real chance to get gold or silver, but I think both teams know Australia are pretty strong. So,
oh, the footwork as well. So now we got the South African fans in front of us. They're starting to get nice and boisterous as well. This is a massive moment here in this match as South Africa, they get another penalty.
It's a bit better. Go out and get them.
Look, they've got 3 players on the field at the moment. They should just do the same. Get up.
And again.
Take the space away from South Africa, but they've got their full complement and the danger man's on the field. Osman again, left foot. Ooh.
2 players on the outside there. But yeah, they've got the main man on again.
But touches up their sleeve here.
Probably going to be firing
Africa
up here. Oh no.
Yeah, the referee, I thought he blew his whistle, but they just take, he has, so offside, so back-to-back penalties, six more touches, I should say. Well, this is big moments here for both sides. South Africa, they're looking for the touchdown, they go over the top. Yeah, it wasn't on, but England on the flip side, they hold out defensively, so big moment there for England in terms of their defence.
Yeah, now it's all about this driving off. Can they get enough yards to give themselves an opportunity?
They come back. Yeah, sorry to cut you off, Henry. They're just coming over to their sub-buck side.
Few hands, few like riskier passes. It's all about just getting the right territory here.
They've got to go forward here. They're just going sideways at the moment. That looked flat at best. Now they go forward. They go out to the left-hand side. They fire it out to the wing. And touch made.
See if they can get the compression in.
Kick the ball away there. And he's going to march South Africa up the field. So, really didn't need to get feet into the ruck there. Every metre gained here is a massive advantage.
At this point, it is about territory. Don't give them any opportunities on the line. But it's that discipline as well. It's nice from the winger. And again, let's come up and press.
They're back into the middle of the field now, South Africa. And Diedrichs, he's directing traffic. He's going to get himself into half. Look out for the footwork. No, he just gives early ball. They turn it over. England, the coaching staff, they're happy in the box. They're still holding on. We're locked up. We're getting to the back end of this match now. Can someone break it, get a touchdown, and win this game? Again, look at the pressure here from South Africa. They're really coming up.
Seems to set the scoop here. Well done, George.
Oh, they've turned it over. So South Africa, wow, the last couple of sets from England haven't been their best. They've really struggled getting out of their end of the field.
Yeah, and that's one of the really underrated parts of the game. We talk all the time about line attack and...
Osman, oh wow, it's that man again. Just comes off the left foot. They have 0 answers when Osman has the ball and he is attacking the line. But again, that was just individual brilliance. Nobody else can claim that touchdown but Osman. What a left foot, and the speed after the footwork gets in. Wow, yeah. They're back in front.
And he created that from his earlier tries where he's gone on the outside. So he's got them really cornering hard. And now he's able to pull them all across. All the 3, mid, link and wing were on the far side of the field, and which meant the mid had to go really, really far to try and save. but it wasn't quite tight enough.
Oh, a sloppy roll ball. They play on. They go for the dive. And the referee is going to come back. I think he might have played advantage on that previous roll ball. So again, a penalty here for England. I think they've got to go in this set. They need to lock it up. We can't actually see the score, or the clock I should say, in front of us, but I couldn't imagine there's much time left on. Oh no! Well, that is just horrible. Oh, he just took his eyes off the ball there. It was a real lapse from Daniel Wines. He just dropped the ball somehow.
Oh, there might be a roll ball.
Oh, and that's a return serve. Wow. There was a bit of a contest in the ruck there. The referee, he probably sees it the other way than I did, to be honest. But England, again, they're still hanging in.
Let's get some momentum on here.
So down by 1, England. They need to get a touchdown to level this game back up. At the moment, it's South Africa progressing through to the gold medal. They've got to score. It's last touch. Here they go right, early ball. But it goes behind the shoulder there. Richard Jones.
Again, just forcing the pass a little bit there. I thought he was through from my angle here. He could have scooped through. I think it was a riskier pass throwing that to the wing. I know he has the ball and it's a great ball, but good touch there.
Yeah, so it's England now. They've got to put the pressure on. They've got to get up here, England. Oh, yeah, there was an obstruction play there. Yeah, it's the first thing that popped into my head. The player coming up from England, they ran around the back. So, yeah, an obstruction play. They're making changes, South Africa, so they could go here, England, and get down the other end of the field really quickly.
Some tired bodies here. The intensity is not quite the same as it was in the first half.
No, you can't blame them, can you? Just the sheer speed this game has been played. Holland's back on the field. You've made mention of him. They might set up for him in this play. Oh, they've turned the ball over in the roll ball.
Again, it's that tiredness a little bit.
Oh, gee whiz. And they've shot themselves in the foot, unfortunately, the last few times they've been down the centre of the field, haven't they, England?
Yeah, errors creeping in from both sides, but particularly when you're on line attack, you want to take those opportunities.
They're just taking it nice and easy at the moment, but it's popped up. Roll the ball, they got to go. There's space on the right-hand side.
That was number 4, just hide in by the box though.
So England again. South Africa are doing their best job to let England back into this match. They've had a lot of handling errors themselves. Just drive into the line, but it's away from the half. Lawton, the number 9, driving in, but they've still got touches. Now, the referees have pulled time off here. The sideline referee is having a chat with the on-field. There's going to be a penalty to England. I think they must have had too many players on the field, was it? No? There's a bit of confusion happening out here. I'm not too sure what the call is, but it is going to be a penalty.
It's normally when I'm watching the TV, I'm usually screaming at the TV and the commentator's going, I saw this. I have no idea what was going on.
No, we just missed it. And unfortunately, we haven't got the referees mic'd up, so we can't hear what the call is.
Stevie Holland on the sweep, no.
They go away.
Careful. It's off.
Here he comes, Holland. He's just cramming around the field. He's got him short
him.
side. Oh, he tried that diving and late pass play. He might have. I think he should have got himself. Oh my God. I don't think I can handle any more drama in this World Cup. I can't.
Oh, I think he had him.
Wow, that was a big moment. That might have been it for England. They're over the halfway line now, South Africa. They go to the right side of the field. They've just got to hold the football and get it down as far as what they can. 5th touch, or 6th touch, I should say, England. Oh, a penalty. They're going to get marched up even further. They just tap it on the spot and get going.
Just control here.
Oh, they're just switching it around. They just got to drive in and go. There can't be much time left on the clock. England again, they're promoting the football.
Oh.
Have they got the overlap? They have. Yeah! Oh, they've scored in the corner, England. Can you believe it? Stuart Bustle. This is unbelievable.
And
England, right at the death, have levelled this game back up. It's 7-all.
That's great work, and I'm really pleased for Dan Wines there. You can see after one of the earlier mistakes, his head went down a bit, but it's great 2-on-1.
Oh, the hooter goes, but it's in the hands of Osman. You got to watch out for Osman. He gives it on the outside, and unbelievable. England scoring right before the full-time hooter, and the scores are level here, so we are about to go into extra time. Unbelievable.
Oh, he's about to go all Brazilian and go, goal!
So for those watching at home that might not be too familiar, Henry, just talk us through what's about to take place here in this drop-off.
So I think this is one of the best parts about touch rugby is that there is a drop-off where there's less and less players on the field. So you start with 5 on the field, five a team, and is it every 2 minutes?
Every 2 minutes.
Every 2 minutes, a player goes off until you get down to 3, and then it's just 3 versus 3. And I wish other sports had this. I wish football, wish rugby union had this. It's a great way just to have a bit of excitement.
Yeah.
But it's also very nerve-wracking for the players. And particularly if you're pacey, you're probably going to be on the field because you're covering more meters, but there are more holes on the pitch. And for the coaches, they will have planned for this a bit like a penalty shootout. You've gone, here's my 5 players, here's what we're doing. But it's all about spreading it. We usually run 32 shorts if we can.
Well, this is going to be on here, as Henry mentioned, in a real exciting way for touch football. It's so unique. There isn't any other sport, like you mentioned, that sorts out their extra time like we do. Slightly more exciting than a penalty shootout. I'm a bit biased.
Yeah, I definitely agree. But he's on, Mr. Osman.
Oh, and the crowds, they are getting behind both teams. Oh, it's a sloppy roll ball from the tap-off. South Africa turning it over.
Oh, wow.
Listen to the England crowd. Tommy Devereaux, the coach of this side, is willing the crowd to get behind his boys. Here they go, they're driving into the line now, England. Oh, they just take the pace out of the game now. Profke touches up their sleeve. They come short side, they're numbered here. They pop back on to the inside.
Save that touch, which is good. There's space on the left there.
They come back right again. Oh, yeah, hold on, 5th touch. Not a great roll into the last touch. They're going to have to create something. Oh, they just turned the ball over, so couldn't take advantage there, England. Again, that last drive into the line on the 5th touch is so crucial, and just losing his footing, unfortunately, on the right-hand side.
Yeah. It's again on that 5th play, you really want to set something up, and they didn't quite do
speed on the outside. Oh, wow. Big touch made there from Daniel Wines.
Dan, great.
If there was one person you wanted out there to dive to make that touch, it was Daniel Wines. He's about 8 foot tall. Keep an eye out for Osman here.
I'll tell another story about him after this game, I think.
So, South Africa with the football. Waddell, Osman driving in. Alarm bells here. Osman again with the ball. They just come back out. They're 6 metres from the try line. Osman!
Yeah.
A touch made. So you can hear the hooter in the background. We started this match with 5 players on the field. We now drop 1 player off. Each side now has 4 players on the field.
Yeah, it's one of those, I can see what Stevie Holland's doing there. As soon as you're a bit quick, you're like, maybe I can just beat him straight on the outside. I'll skip all the touch moves.
Here we go. So this is what we're saying. Sometimes it does come down to who's got the quickest on the park. There's plenty of space on offer, as you mentioned. Oh, England. They turn the ball over.
Right by their box as well. Cool, I'm turning away. I can feel my body turning away, not wanting to look, but also...
Oh, this is unbelievable. The chance of England. They're trying to get the boys behind the boys here. Osman back on the field. They're just taking their time now, the danger man. And then Osman, he's going to get the ball back here from the half. Comes off the left foot.
Yeah.
And who else? There could have been nobody else to score that touchdown for South Africa.
And a high drama in this men's 30 semi-final. 4-on-4 drop-off, but the star player, well, as we may mention, big players, they create big moments.
Yeah.
And Osman, he does it right there for South Africa.
And if there was a man to score, it had to be him. As you said, big player, big moments. And again, we were talking about earlier, like he creates that space by attacking the outside first, which means that everyone's worried about that. He just cut in the mid, just wasn't tight enough. Real disappointment for English, but like for him and for the South African team, huge congratulations. It's a great effort.
Well, what a semi-final here in the men's 30s. The South African fans in front of us are over the moon. South Africa will progress to the gold medal match later on this afternoon. Commiserations to England. What a performance. They should hold their heads up high. They'll go on to the bronze medal match as well. But the final score in extra time, it is South Africa who get the win. 8 touchdowns to 7 over England.